Alrighty guys, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena Draft video. Let's explore some more Premier Draft Kaldheim. Draft more of those multicolor decks that everyone likes. And explore something new. Since we've only gotten one 7-win green deck video. Usually green-blue is kind of the baseline for the snow deck, so I'm hoping I can maybe draft like a more focus snow deck. So black is the third color that cares the most about snow, but yeah, blue-green is kind of where you want to be in with the snow deck. So I'm hoping I can draft some sort of blue-green like multicolor deck. That's where I usually want to end up in this type of set. Or the red aggressive decks, of course, if the green is getting caught off, but green is pretty powerful. Alright, guess someone's trying to queue up with their friends. That's usually when they don't hit the ready button. They're trying to queue into a pod with their friends, or they're just completely AFK, we'll see. Or disconnected, lots of reasons. Okay, well, that was a troll. But anyways, pack 1, pick 1. Premier Draft Kaldheim. In Search of Greatness, more like In Search of Mediocrity. This card is not great. And even if you get your creature out for one less, it's still pretty hard to get going and hard to plan. The best uncommon, I mean, Frostfire Arcanist is great too, but only in blue-red. I wouldn't play outside of blue-red, since even if you play this in blue-green with Shapeshifters, you're not going to have a lot of instances or sorceries. I think just Vela here, I think this card's really powerful and can allow us to go into lots of multi-card directions. Another great snow payoff card, a great snow card to splash, and also enable big splashing. Best commons like Squash. Rimewood Falls is also an excellent dual snow land, since it's in the 2-color combinations that care the most about snow. But Svella is pretty powerful. Yeah, the funny thing about red-green is that it's kind of beat down and aggressive, whereas Svella wants to be more of a mid-range deck. But it does ensure some late-game inevitability if you can get to 8 mana with this. The card is quite powerful. Now, after taking Svella, there's no red or green cards I care too much about this in the pack. I guess there's Run Amok if I want to go that direction. The best cards are like Cardor, Doomscourge in this pack, so it could be signed that red-black is open. I mean, this is just my first pick. I don't know if I want to still build around it that much, and Run Amok's can wheel. So I could just take the best card out of this pack, being Cardor, in case no one wants to draft black-red here, and it's also a pretty strong archetype. The other more flexible options are decent, but still kind of replaceable. I do like Valkyrie though, but I think I'll take Cardor here, maybe speculate on black-red, because this was my first pick. The person to my right-hand side could have picked up a Snow Bomb or something, and they want to build around that, and then they cut me off of Snow. I'd rather just be in the black-red aggressive deck, which is still very solid and consistent. So I think I'll take a Cardor Doomscourge, and we can still end up Jund like my last video. There's also Snow Cover Island, but we take the Doomscourge over it. It's just a powerful card, and again, if we end up black-red, it's really powerful. So we'll just take it here. And Narfi, okay, it's a sign that snow is open. I mean, we could just take it here. It is by far the best card in the pack. Maya's probably close to, but you have to either splash this in a main color white green deck, or a main color white deck, or play this in straight up white green where it's going to be at its best. This is a difficult card to splash for, but it's pretty powerful. Okay, I guess yeah, this draft is going to go 5 colors maybe, so we're going to take Narfi Betrayer King. Of course, not the easiest to play with what we currently have, but it's definitely possible to get Svella and Narfi in the same deck. Cardor, again, fits better in a straight-up black-red aggro deck, so I'm not sure if I'm going to end up splashing it, but we're still going to keep it in the deck in case it happens. But Narfi is a good sign. Snow is open for my right-hand side. Or maybe they're still drafting Snow, but they'd rather have the land. I don't know. Augury Raven, Vengeful Reaper. I do like Vengeful Reaper a lot. There's also the land if we want to, start splashing. But I think we need to find a direction here. I mean, we have these dual other color uncommons that are excellent, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, we can try to piece them together, but it's a little bit more complex here. So I think we just want to stick with, an on-color card here. The best card in this pack is Vengeful Reaper, I have to say, over Augury Raven and the Ravenous Lintworm. And, you know, given that we have 2 black cards, like, you know, there's a chance we could still play this in a snow deck. We can still play this in black-red aggro, and it's pretty decent. So let's take the Vengeful Reaper here and see where we end up. We were past Doom Scourge, Narfi, and Vengeful Reaper, so it's a sign that the person to my right-hand side doesn't want to draft black. So we'll see. Vengeful Reaper is quite good. Now Frenzy Raptor, okay. So it's a good sign that maybe black-red is open. And this card, you shouldn't sleep on it, especially in a red aggressive deck. This is going to be as best in red-white, but in red-black, you can still like have a couple of boast creatures, and this is great. We could take Horizon Seeker to do the splashing. We can take Gold Vein Pick as a fine common. That's pretty nice in the aggressive decks too. I don't like this unless you're playing a deck with lots of flyers like Battlefield Raptors, so this is kind of like a white common, you can almost assume, but I'll play it in black-red. Let's just take Frenzy Raider. It seems like black-red Beserkers is open. And yeah, again, I don't want to stretch the mana base and go into some sort of 5-color, multicolor shenanigans. Horizon Seeker, I also don't mind, but it's a lot worse fixing compared to like Glittering Frost, Path to the World Tree, Spirit of Aldergar, of course. So I think I'll just stick with this plan. Yeah, it seems like we should just be in black-red. I'm not going to stretch the mana base. Yeah, let's just go black-red Beserkers. Dwarven Reinforcements is pretty nice. Best cards like Igna Rune Eyes, but I don't even like it in blue-green because there's better 4-drops. Best in red-blue, where you can have sweepers and you can also play lots of like Demon Bolts. So before Rune Eyes trades, you can just kill a creature, and then once Igna Rune Eyes trades, you draw 3 cards, which is really nice. But Dwarven Reinforcements is a nice pickup here. And I don't like Elderfang Disciple in black-red. It's more of a black-green card that you can kind of recur, but I don't like black-green. Maybe in blue-black this is okay, but a 1/1 is not a good attacker or blocker, even though it can get a card out of their hand and be very annoying. Okay, I mean, there is a Skemfar Shadow Sage, but there's also our Mythic common in black-red, the Run Amok. I gotta take this over Shadow Sage. Shadow Sage is decent, but we have a couple of 4-drops already, and this is not really a Berserker in the black-red Berserkers archetype, but it does have decent synergy at times. If you can play a bunch of Berserkers and drain them, it can be nice, or gain some life, but Run Amok is an overperformer. Don't sleep on this card. It's a really powerful red removal spell. I almost call it like a mini Demon Bolt, and we'll take a second one over Grim Draugr, over the Gold Vein Pick, of course. Again, I like this card, but it's better with flyers, honestly, so you can more often connect or not. Like, I'd rather have Tormentor's Helm in black-red over the Gold Vein Pick, but this is also pretty serviceable. Could attach it onto Vengeful Reaper, but this is 4 mana already, so you don't even care about really attaching it and equipping it, so let's take a Run Amok. And if we're desperate, we could... I mean, Duskwielder is not bad with double Run Amok. It's actually pretty decent. But usually spending 1 mana to make the opponent lose 1 life and gain 1 life is not great. But it has Boast, so it has synergy of Frenzied Raider. And I've played decks where, you know, I've actually... black-red decks where I've actually main decked 1 or 2 copies of Duskwielder, so it's not by any means unplayable. There's a nice spell land for green-white, but I think we're committed to the black-red train, and another Run Amok. Okay, 3 copies is probably sufficient. I don't think I need 3 copies anymore, but I'll take it over Elderfang Disciple for sure. Draw the Forsaken can be nice for the black aggressive decks. I mean, we can also speculate on whites. We are seeing some nice white cards. Goma Champion is decent. But, I mean, we were past Vengeful Reaper, Cardor. I think black is open. And this is nice in the aggressive deck, too. In case we pick up more Snowlands, I can see myself playing Grim Draugr, but it's just a filler. 3 mana, 3/2, Berserker at least. I don't like Raider's Carve too much, but if I pick up more 3 power, it can be great. Not very good with equipment, and sometimes it can be bad in aggro decks, because against other opposing aggro players, you have to tap your creatures down, so you go down on blockers. But against more controlling decks, I can see the whatchamacallit, the card being a lot better. Raider's Carve. But yeah, black-red seems like it's pretty open around the pod, so we should get rewarded. And why not a second card or Doom Scourge? Why not? Pack 1, pick 1, probably the Icebind Pillar. Since it really, you just need a decent amount of Snowlands to get it going, and it can be pretty annoying as a nice offensive and defensive artifact. But this Icebind Pillar is the pack 1, pick 1 here. Other good commons, there's a Priest, but better in a snow deck. Ravenous Lintworm, which is an overperformer as a green Curve Topper. and Shimmerdrift Veil. But, you know, green has also some excellent commons like Snakeskin Veil. They didn't really need Snakeskin Veil. I think green was already pretty deep in this set. All green really needs is like evasion and defense against flyers. Everything else, they have the removal, the large creatures, the excellent uncommon, the fixing. But we'll take a Cardor Doom Scourge here. Although the 4 drops are stacked, I can still cut the Jarl the Forsaken later. We'll take our nice 3-drop Berserker here with haste. Alternatively, Razor Draugr is pretty nice in this type of deck too, as a card draw spell in the late game, so to speak, to get back to Berserkers. But we're just going to take the Breakneck Berserker. Draft a nice streamlined black-red aggro deck. Now, I could take the Shadow Stage. Yeah, with all these Berserkers, I don't actually hate it. Although, again, we do have a lot of 4. Like, do we really need it to actually close out the game? Like, we have a lot of power at 4, so I don't really need it. I also don't like Immersturm Raider that much. The 1 toughness is not fantastic. So, now I guess it's time to take Razor Draugr to kind of bring back our Berserkers in the late game. Although this isn't a Berserker, but we can bring back all the other ones, and getting back Cardor is pretty powerful. So, yeah, we're going to take the weaker card. Scunfar Shell Stage is actually pretty powerful, but I like it in green-black more often than not because it's an elf itself. And you can go very wide in green-black, but we're going to take Razor Draugr. Nice recursion spell. Squash, 5 mana removal. Actually, Draugr's Helmet's better, never mind. Yeah, you can just move the helm around, give a creature menace, and make a 4/4 menace. This is a lot worse than the Dwarven Hammer, by the way, because Dwarven Hammer, you can just pay 1 red, and then 4 generic to make the token, and it costs 3 to equip, whereas this costs 4, but still a good card. I'll play it. And Basalt Ravager, I would love a 2-drop though, but Ravager is pretty insane in these types of deck. I guess I can cut the Jarl for it now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pass the Basalt Ravager this late. It's pretty insane. As much as I like the 2-drop here, I mean, this is just a powerful temple play, and even if it's not a Berserker itself, it can just kill something once it comes down, and it can trade for something, so I like this card. Otherwise, I would take the 2-drop over the Helm, but we're not passing up Assault Ravager, no way. And we'll take an Axgar Gallery. Thank God we have a 2-drop, otherwise this deck is never going to function. But we need more early game for sure to leverage these run-amucks. So they're going to be in higher demand. I'm going to take a Frenzy Raider as a good 2-drop here. We don't have too much Boast, so this Dusk Wielder looks a lot better now. Yeah, we just don't have much Boast, but it has to be over the Breakneck, right? We just want to ensure we have 2 drops in this deck. I guess I'll take a Raider now. Friends over to... Yeah, these are both Raiders. I might cut a Frenzied Raider, but there's a chance we can pick up Tuskeri Firewalkers to enable these Frenzied Raiders here. But I could see myself cutting 1. Breakneck Berserker is a good 3-drop. Wouldn't mind Carfell Kennelmaster, but we have a gap at 3. We have a 5-drop already. We want to keep the curve low for these aggro decks. So Black-Red is definitely open, and I'm happy to be in it. If Basalt Ravager was in this pack, maybe I would play the Jarl, but our 4s are stacked here. So yeah, sometimes you just have to abandon your first pick, guys. Never going to play 2 copies of Draugr. Maybe there's a slow, minor chance I play Funeral Longboat, since it's still a turn 2 play. You can always crew your 1-drop and attack, but we don't have much at 1, so... Yeah, sometimes you just abandon your first pick just to... I mean, it's better to have an easier to draft experience, in my opinion, than like a complete mess. And, you know, we did see some early signals going on, but like now we're better off, again, just drafting a 2-color combination pair. Like, I'm not against drafting 3 colors, but honestly, green didn't seem very open in the first pack. Blue didn't seem very open in the first pack. We were past 2 black cards, so it was a sign that black was definitely open. 2 good black cards, in fact. And I'd just rather be in this position than I would if I would have been in some sort of green multi-pile mess right now. Don't think I'm ever playing the Giants. Not in this deck. So the deck could use improvements. We can use better 2-drops, more Boast creatures at 3. Maybe a Demon Bolt would be amazing. We don't have a lot of direct damage removal, but Run Amok is pretty strong, so we can always count that as removal. But we'll see. Not a good rare open. Pack 1, pick 1 Spirit would be amazing. But speaking of removal, I think we need to take the Frostbite, although there's Tuskeri Firewalker. Both are pretty excellent. I mean, Yeah, sure. If we throw in the Firewalkers, the Frenzy Raiders do improve, but it's not like we have a lot of bows still, so it's still going to underperform. So I think we just take the Frostbite as a very cheap, efficient removal spell. And yeah, this is in higher demand than the Firewalker, so there's a chance this could wheel if we're the only black-red drafter at the table. But we're going to take the Frostbite here. Can't pass up efficient removal. Hellstorm Valkyrie, not great. This could actually be playable in Snow. Could take a dual land, but I also like the Fearless Pup, just to have more 1-drops in the deck that can pressure the opponent early. And yeah, just having this can be nice on turn 1, especially if you can threaten the Boast on turn 3, pumping the Frenzied Raider and also getting in for 3. So I don't actually hate this card. Can be a slight improvement over Dusk Wielder. Although not a Berserker, so it's also not that great. So there's an argument for just taking the Shimmerdrift Veil to improve our mana base. Yeah, I can see that. Like, boasting of this isn't great, and we don't have many equipment, so the Veil looks better. And, okay, a second one. I mean, Bloodline Pretender is pretty nice in these Berserker decks. We can just name Berserker and constantly grow it, and it does seem better than the Dusk Wielder. There's still Packmate, but we're locked in black-red at this point, and late Poison Cup, so yeah. Again, great sign that black was open, and we picked up a pretty premium removal spell. Better, of course, if you can foretell it and get the Scry too, but still nice on curve sometimes. You just need to cast it. It's pretty powerful, so happy to see this. Could take a way down. Actually, I wouldn't mind Raven Wings or like Govane pick. This is going to be hard. I mean, with double Frenzied Raiders as my 2-drops, I probably want these annoying Dusk Wielders, as much as I hate to say it. Like, these cards are definitely have more value. But with Frenzied Raider, I feel like we need to boast, right? Otherwise, like, we don't have much 2s. We're not sacrificing anything to trade off. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, but I think we take a Dusk Wielder here to ensure we have a little bit more boast for these Frenzied Raiders. Now I'll take a better 2-drop here, being the Axe Guard Cavalry. We already have triple Run Amok, so let's take a Axe Guard here. And I guess we even got Raven Wings. I do like having 1 copy in these aggressive decks. Oh, Fearless Liberator, so now the boast looks better. And I can definitely see cutting like a Immersturm Raider or Dusk Wielder for it. It's kind of overrated, but it's definitely better than like a Dusk Wielder. And in case we don't have any more Berserkers on 3, I guess I'll just take a random Grim Draugr. Don't think we're ever playing triple Dusk Wielder, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, it just doesn't attack and block past much, but 2 copies could be nice with triple Run Amok. I can actually see that being an option. So Black-Red was definitely open, so happy drafting it. I could consider the Coma's Faithful, but yeah, we're never going to play Skull Raid in these types of decks, so could use a 3-drop here that can give me some life, but has 1 toughness, so not necessarily the best. Also doesn't have that much tribal synergy. So the deck could have been fine with maybe 2 extra snow lands, but I can still play these as filler 3 mana 3/2s, which is not great by any means, but still reasonable. And I think we have to play these Frenzied Raiders on 2. We're at 26 cards. Immersturm Raider can go. It's pretty bad. We could just run 15 lands. Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy because the curve is relatively low. If we want to go 16 lands, I guess if we want to run Raven Wings as an alternate game plan, which isn't bad with Dusk Wielder actually, because we can give it flying and boast. Yeah, we could just cut like a Grim Draugr here. Yeah, cutting a Grim Draugr here is a better replacement for Breakneck Berserker because it cuts in with haste. I guess we can just run 16 lands, cut like the Grim Draugr way down. Also pretty decent too. Like how much do we care about recursion in this deck as well? Because we do have the Raise Draugr, which can be a fine way to get back some creatures in the late game. So overall, not a bad draft. And I think we have to play the double Dusk Wielder. We definitely cut a land here. We can go to 15 actually if I'm crazy enough. So I like the Vengeful Reaper as a flying haste creature, and just having a flyer is nice. Ravager with how many Berserkers? 13 Berserkers is usually going to kill something. This is good. Makes 2 Berserkers. Double Cardor is nice. Bloodline Pretender with all these Berserkers is nice. Triple Breakneck Berserker is nice on turn 3. Poison the Cup is always great. I could always cut the Grim Draugr. It just doesn't have great synergy, not enough snow mana. And also we have a decent amount of 3s, so I can see myself cutting this. Raven Wings can give us an alternate attack angle. I don't know if I want to cut a run amok, but I can see cutting the way down. Like, we need something to die early, and it's kind of a nombo with Razor Draugr in a sense. So I could see myself cutting way down and just doing something like this instead. This is a 5-drop. And yeah, this way we still have a good amount of 2s. Razor Draugr in a late game to get back some creatures. Raven's Wings, which can give us an alternative angle of attack in the late game. And given my lack of boasts, I think I need these double Dusk Wielder for double Frenzied Raider, as weird as it is. And yeah, we have a good amount of 4s that I want to at least be 16 lands to curve out efficiently. I also need to foretell Poison and maybe cast it for 2, so that's a total of 4 mana. So I think 16 lands is correct. And then we're slightly favoring red, so we can still go like 8 Mountain, 7 Swamps, plus the Shimmerdrift Vale. So we're officially at 9-7 in a sense, or 9-8, and it seems fine. Since 8 and 9 red sources should be enough to cast this consistently. Same with 7 black, which can cast a Dusk Wielder better. So yeah, this doesn't seem bad. Looking at the sideboard, there's a Funeral Longboat, which could be okay with double Dusk Wielder, but I'd rather have the Frenzied Raiders and the rest of these other 2, so I don't really care about that much. Could take a Shackles maybe, but this is not a set where you sacrifice things. I could cut the Razor Draugr, like sure it can get back creatures in the late game that traded off. How many creatures do we have? 15 plus 16 with the Draugr's Helm. 17, 18 with the Dwarven reinforcements. Yeah, I could cut this, but because we're not trying to be a grindy deck, are we? It's nice to bring back creatures in the late game, though. Like just bringing back a Vengeful Reaper, bringing back a haste creature and attacking and catching them off guard. It's pretty nice. The Shackles could also steal games. Like I can see the argument for taking Shackles because we're more of an aggressive deck, and we can steal a large creature and then just attack with all and kill them on the crackback. So I can see the argument for Shackles over this. I don't like the Immersturm Raiders. 1 toughness is bad. Although this is 1 toughness, it's just not a great card. Helps us loot, but 16 lands is sufficient enough. We need as much lands as we need. This is just a worse Basalt Ravager. It's not even a Berserker. This is a 3-drop, but it doesn't have any synergy. We're not trying to self-mill. This, we don't have enough snow. We have enough 3s. There's a way down, which could also be reasonable as well. But we need to trade creatures off to enable this. And it's a nombo with Razor Draugr. And I'd rather just have Razor Draugr getting creatures back. So, yeah, the only argument I can see is maybe putting the Shackles over to Razor Draugr to kind of just close out the game and steal their creature and just get in. But I'd also just like the Raise, honestly, to get back the creatures. Because getting back, Basalt Ravager and maybe 2 Beserkers could be nice. But, the question is, what creatures are we interested in getting back mostly from the graveyard? Maybe Cardor. We can't get back the tokens. If we get back the Basalt Ravager, we only get back the Basalt Ravager because this is only return target creature or 2 target creatures. So, yeah, I guess we can get back the Flyer. We don't have many Clerics. Angel Clerics, we don't have many Giant Wizards. I guess we get back the Haste creatures, but honestly, it's not that exciting. We can get back Bloodline Pretender, Breakneck. So, yeah, I could see the risk. I can see cutting Rays for the Shackles and just using it to close out the game as ASAP and maybe steal the victory, because it could be nice getting rid of a blocker just going all in, and this is what Black-Red is trying to do, so it feels reasonable to just throw in the Shackles. Do I want to go 7 Swamps? This is 1 black to cast, same with these 2, same with this. I mean, is that crazy going to I mean, there's a chance I could flat out with Swamps, and I'd rather have the extra red. So maybe we can just go crazy and go 10-7. 7 black sources, 10 red sources. It's not that bad, actually. Because we're really favoring red. We really need red. The only time we need black is on turn 4, and we can, again, draw into it, maybe with 7 black sources. We do need double black for Draugr's Helm. I'll consider it, but for now, I think we just stick with this and see how it goes. So, yeah, let's try it out. And Cardor is probably our poster boy, because we don't really have any bombs in this deck, but I felt like the archetype was open. It's still a very good archetype, even without bombs. And it's just consistency at the end of the day. Sometimes you can high roll the most insane busted deck. Sometimes you just get a good above average deck. You can't win them all. it's really really a lot of it's really a lot of gambling when you do drafts. Opening hand. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Fearless Liberator. Maybe we can smork him in the air with the Vengeful Reaper. And with 6 black sources, the funny thing is I mean 7, we drew our swamps, so could have kept a Frostbite actually against like a turn 1 drop. Hopefully this doesn't punish me, but he's blue, so there's not much on turn 1, so we didn't get punished that badly. It's nice to boast on this on turn 3 too. Like, I don't like 2/1s that much because they can't attack much, but when you can boast and gain value right away, and maybe force the opponent to find an answer, this is good. But yeah, now he just has a Cardful Harbinger. I mean, we're going to cast this next turn anyways. Maybe I can just run amok. Pretty interesting game plan. Run amok is not that bad. I get to trample over, I kill this annoying blocker. Doomscourge can answer this on turn 4 as well, but if he kills Doomscourge, then we don't have a good block on this. I mean, we are an aggro deck, right? I mean, alternatively, I could just foretell this, play card or force the attack next turn, and then I guess I can do that. Run amok is fine. I think we'll run amok. We're an aggro deck. We don't want to waste time. Yeah. At least this tramples over, and we get rid of the annoying blocker. This could also help him foretell. So there's an argument for not running Muck. There's also an argument for running Muck. I think it was fine just getting in. Because now we can just play a flyer and start chipping in if he's more focused on dealing with this Fearless Liberator. Okay. Now I'm more interested in just boasting if he's just not going to do anything. And we can surprise him with the Vengeful Reaper the following turn. Needs to hit his land drop, of course. And I'm guaranteed to deal 2 damage next turn. I could Vengeful Reaper this turn, but I just want to get some value. It's nice if this just keeps making 2/1s, and the opponent's behind on board, and we don't have to play out a creature. But next turn we can always boast and foretell as well, which is pretty cool. I can kill that, I don't care. I think a Frostbite is a good answer to this, and with 1 single blue, there's not much you can do here, so let's just kill it. And then we can still foretell, that's pretty awesome. So yeah, this is awesome. I think we need more black, not sure. Yeah, I mean, I kind of underestimated this card, but now it's looking very good. So I can just trade this off next turn too, just get him for 4, play the Vengeful Reaper. Okay, makes an amulet. So I think we go wide now, right? Yeah, I think we just go wide, get some boast value going. And we can keep going wide. Yeah, we can just keep going wide, just smork with the depth. And at 8 life, that's pretty low. Yeah, I want to double spell next turn. I'll play land. Like, sure, he can make me discard, but I'll just discard Axgar Cavalry. He needs to kill my flyer. I can just play Cardor, and then I also don't even need to attack once I play Cardor. That's a funny thing. But attacking would be nice because if he blocks one of my dudes, he still gets drained. So he really needs to find an answer to all this. And this is the power of red aggro in this set. Again, it can just run away with games. Like, control decks are a lot better in the long game, and they're more consistent. But aggro decks can be very scary too. And run amok is insane. So now we can play Cardor and just run amok on the 1/3. And he's just dead, right? And we get to drain him if he gets any kills here. So yeah, he's just completely dead. He blocks twice. I guess he would be down to 4, but we had to run amok to kill him in the air. So Cardor is pretty insane. So don't sleep on black. I mean, sure, black is a better support color. It's either best as a black snow splash, but there's still black red, where it's also really good in. Black green I don't like too much, but sometimes you can draft a really heavily synergistic black green deck with all the powerful rares and payoffs like Elvish Warmaster, the Planeswalker, the Herald of Skemfar. You could draft a pretty good black green deck too, but it's usually the last of my priorities because snow is better. Like why do you want to draft black green elves when you just draft black green snow and have better payoffs instead? But it's also reasonable. Black green is not unplayable by any means. I mean elves, that mean Raider, Wings, Boast, Creature, on the play. Yeah, I gotta keep. This can be nice, can help us close out. I don't like the I think we're trading, right? I mean, I don't want him boasting forever with this and making chump blockers. I'm trading here. I don't like this in the early game. It's pretty bad. And we don't have any bows to enable this too, so a trade here is totally fine. If he wants to get value, make a 1-1, sure, but we'll just play a Breakneck Berserker. And this is, sure, it's almost like a 2-for-1. He gets the extra creature, but it's not. It's still like a 1-for-1 because he can't really block a 3-2. And this is the reason why I don't like 1 toughness at all, usually limited because of tokens like these. So next turn I can equip the Raven Wings attack for 4, which is pretty nice. He could just play his own flyer too, which could be pretty annoying. Okay, at least he's not boasting and killing me. Beserkers Shieldmate, okay. Luckily we have Raven Wings, which is really awesome here. So I like usually having these flying like win conditions usually. And Raven Wings is nice, so we can outrace the opponent here, definitely. I don't like too many equipment sometimes in decks because you don't have enough creatures, but red-white in this set, it's nice having a good amount of equipment because there's also creatures that generate tokens like Beserkers Shieldmate, Clarion Spirit, but yeah, we'll see. If he plays a flyer and I trade this for a flyer, that would be really awesome too. I'd be really happy. And maybe we can close out Shackles. Maybe he just plays a flyer and we kill it. Raptor. He needs to equip this with something, right? Okay, that's a nice defense. Okay, cool. Helmet's also nice next turn though. And we'll just stay back. So I could trade this for the 2-1. I just don't see the reason why. Because it holds back the 1-powered creatures. So I can still take 4 in the air, move to Raven Wings, attack for 5 next turn. Or I can just move to Draugur's Helm. He probably has Run Amok here. I feel like he has it. So how do you play best around Run Amok? I feel like I just want to block with 1 creature though, right? So is a trade here fine? I mean, this does force the pump. If he has Warhorn Blast, isn't great. I guess it's Warhorn Blast, right? So if he has Warhorn's Blast, it's going to give +2/+1. So this is a better block. And this is the better block. But this most likely forces it. So I think we go like this. Get the value blocks in. And he makes a token, so I don't really want to block that as well. Yeah, I knew this was coming. Now I think we have to attack because there's no way in hell we can outrace him. And then maybe we need to Shackles to steal the game. Because we can attack for 5, and then if he plays like a 3-powered creatures and doesn't play it safe, we can just steal it and kill him on the crackback. So we have to go in like this. I can't see any outs. Bounding Gold, okay. Can't win them all. Opponent had pretty much everything. We were flooding this game, so. Beserkers Shieldmate, okay. Okay, yeah, GG's. Would the Razor Dragon wouldn't have done much except maybe get back 2 creatures. Not sure. But this could have also stole the game. Again, we're an aggressive red deck. I don't feel like the recursion is that great. Or am I wrong? I could also just be completely wrong. But I can also be completely right. Because we're not trying to drag the game out. We just want to be hyper aggressive, especially with like sub-R like 1-drops like the Death Note, the Dusk Wielder. Alright, 2-drops, Bloodline. Bloodline on Dree is pretty nice. I do want to get the Frenzied Raider out first, correct? Then we play the Bloodline Pretender. Let's think. Yeah, there's really no reason for me giving the Bloodline Pretender haste, and I have to play like the Bloodline Pretender on turn 3 because I just want to constantly grow it. So we'll just get the Frenzied Raider out in case we finally find Boast creatures. And it's pretty expendable because we don't have Boast creatures. So, green, blue, snow, path. Okay, if he can activate this multiple times, we're dead. At least it doesn't help him ramp, it just gives him the land. So we just need to kill him quickly. As much as I'd like to get this haste creature out, we can't deny the value of Bloodline Pretender here. And we're going to name Berserker. Because this card's going to be pretty good in the deck. So we just need to smork him out. And hopefully he doesn't have like a million removal spells. That's a good creature. Can I snipe that? No, I can't. I need 3 Berserkers. I could set it up. I could just... What I can do is I can just Breakneck Berserker and just attack with a 3-3. I mean, the trade also isn't that bad, but by this, I have the option of Basalt Ravaging this next turn. I think I'll try this approach. And then he's mostly... I think he's going to try to tap out. I mean, I have to imagine him tapping out here. That's a card I have to kill. So I'm happy that I actually held on to this Basalt Ravager, because now I can name Berserkers and kill this. This is a must kill. Yeah, this has to die. It cannot stay. And now I'm fine trading off the Breakneck Berserker because I'd rather have the 4-2 to start attacking, so this is okay. Yeah, that has to die. I cannot allow that thing to stick around. This card can just win him the game. Okay, this is just a random ground blocker. We can make these both into 4/4s and attack. Shackles, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not lethal. But we'll just attack. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It puts him down to 2, but I still think we just attack with all. I'd rather steal a creature with power over a creature that doesn't have power. Then we'll keep land in hand in case he has discard, of course. And then I'd rather just steal like a Lintworm here and smash and kill him. Yeah, there he has it. Probably gonna activate the Priest here, or not. He doesn't have to activate it. Okay, but it's just GG's here. So I'm happy taking the Shackles. Have I taken the Razor Draugr, it wouldn't have been so effective. But now we can just steal this guy. Smash. And this is what you want to do with Black Red Aggro. You just want to like pressure, do as much damage ASAP before they reach the late game, play these cards, and cast Path to the World Tree. But have I not had taken the Basalt Ravager, that 4/3 would just stuck around. Holy shit. And there was no way I could have won that. So I was glad that I set up the board with Berserkers over attacking the 3/2 and trading. Two drops. Foretell, find black mana, kill something. We have Run Amok. We can do it. We have Run Amok, we can do it. We do need lands though, so. Maybe lead with Cavalry, because we don't even have anything that we're interested in hasting out at the moment. There's an argument for Raider too, because we don't have any Boast creatures. But this could have better value if we do pick up a Boros creature later, but we'll see. This hand could just be really bad if we don't hit our land drops and we just need to play 2-drop and a 2-drop. That's a broken card, so we have to kill it quickly. The fact that that gives Vigilance too is pretty absurd. Yeah, we can't really do this. Let's just get in for 2. Yeah, this card is absurd. Once he equips out into like a Healer's Hawk, I mean Raiders, like the stupid the Battlefield Raptor, we need to like kill it constantly. I think we're running amok, right? We're running amok. Yeah, we're running amok here. There's no reason not to. And I think we foretell this because it's double black and we barely are going to cast it in time and it gets a nice. And once we get black, we can still play. I mean, we're going to play this on turn 4 for sure, I feel like, so that's already guaranteed. Starnheim Courser. I don't mind just Dwarven Reinforcements and trading. I mean, I might as well attack for both. Yeah, I don't mind just trading any of these, to be honest. The trade is nice. And we would have gotten in for 2 anyways, so yeah, I'll just play this guy out. And I'll just keep playing out my lands. I need double black to cast this, but I'm probably just going to play... If I find black source, I can play this and at least equip. So that's a reason to play out the land, maybe. But yeah, we're missing our land drops here. It's going to be quite brutal if he plays a big creature. I mean, equips the sword, sure. He has vigilance. I mean, I guess I'll just keep making him play it. Because, like, it's not like any of these creatures are amazing anyways. So, I mean, you can just keep equipping, keep playing it back. I mean, I'm getting him for 4, so it's worth it, I say. I mean, he'll eventually run out, and like, it's not like these 2/1s can attack past big blockers anyways. So I might as well just attack, you know, like... And the trade is really nice, I mean... Yeah, this is good, so he doesn't have any creatures to equip. I just want to just keep going, getting in there, so... Poison the Cup will be nice if I have access to it to kill something large, so then I can boast. So, but I really need black mana. Now I'm kind of stuck without black mana, and I'm kind of regretting it, but whatever. Here comes another Stalwart Valkyrie. I'll just attack and boast. Make another 2/1. Breakneck Berserker is nice too, but I'd rather just boast here, right? Yeah, I'd rather just boast. Now, this is a scenario where boasting is just a lot better. You can just keep looping it. I'll just keep attacking. I don't care. Pillar, okay, he wants to take the turn off. Do this instead. He's foretelling, okay, so he just wants to tap my 2/1. But I can at least get in for 2 this turn. So, and I need to squeeze in as much damage as possible. So, he's going to tap my 3/2 down. I can attack him for 2 at least. I hate how this sword gives vigilance. It's so stupid. It's absolutely absurd how it gives vigilance. So dumb. Scald. Let's think. So if we poison the comp, he taps my 3/2 down. If we play Drauggr's Helm, he's gonna tap my Menace guy down. Huh, so what do we want to do here? We could poison, he taps my 3/2 down, I get him for 2. It's not worth it though. Let's play Cardor. And we're not going to attack this turn, we're just going to say go. He's going to tap my guy down. He's probably going to put the sword so then it can gain vigilance, which I'm still okay with. And then maybe we can eventually just kill this and get through with a ton of damage and smork him to death. He does get another stupid blocker out, but he's probably going to keep up the snow mana. There's no reason to block this. I mean, I could block it, but then he's just going to play the angel out. okay. He still gets the snow mana for Icebind Pillar. So I do have double black now. He's gonna tap my dude down. I could attack, trade. I could poison, but then he can just trade here. I think we need to set up a large board and go for an all-out attack. I don't think there's any way out of this, honestly. We really need to just go all in here with everyone eventually. Okay. Sure. I'm happy trading this, actually. Is that a mistake, trading? I mean, he can still tap one of my guys, so I guess I lose down on a guy, so I don't want to trade. I want to take 6 here. Next turn, use a poison. I can also poison on my upkeep, so then I get that scry too. Yeah, we definitely don't want to poison here. He can gates, I guess. Okay, that's a good card to kill. So now my upkeep, what I want to do is I want to kill the 3/6 for sure. So I could draw, I can improve my draw step, so this is way better. Frostbite is very sick, since I can now kill the 3/2. And then he can tap a guy down. So yeah, we're going to main phase of Frostbite here. So if I move to combat, what happens? He's just going to tap down my biggest blocker, right? And I can get him for 5. That's not bad. Let's think. So if I move the Helm here, he's probably going to tap it down. I attack with all, he blocks here. It doesn't matter if I move the Helm here. So if I move the Helm here, he's probably going to tap this down. No, I don't want to move the Helm on the largest creature. Yeah, it's better to distribute this, right? I could put it here. So if I put it here, it's more likely he taps it down and then he just trades for Cardor. But if he goes for like a value block... Yeah, if he goes for a value block, he's dead. Let's say he taps this down and I attack with all. He blocks here. I guess that's lethal, so it's lethal. Yeah, it's lethal. I guess he can trade here. He blocks here. Yeah, he needs to trade here, which I'm totally fine with. Like, we're not winning the game unless... Yeah, this is totally wrong, because now Carter will trigger. And I get to kill him. He should trade with Cardor. That was the only way he can... I mean, he would have been at 2 life, but maybe if he gained life on the following turn afterwards, he would have stabilized. But definitely shouldn't have gotten for the value block there, because Cardor drained after the attacking creature dies. So yeah, we played that pretty well. But opponent was close. He was stabilizing against us. Icebind Pillar is a very good card. Well, I mean, it's a little bit weird of an opening hand, but I guess it can work. It's very weird, though. No Boros creatures. I haven't seen those Elvish dudes yet, the 1-drop. It would have been pretty... It's pretty sick if you can curve them out, though. But... hopefully we just curve out the Raiders, then use Run Amok as a combat trick. Could foretell this turn, but I'll Run Amok on this Packmate if he plays it the turn afterwards. 2 damage is always important. Foretell Poison the Cup, nah, we just want to apply more pressure. I would love to have a turn to foretell this too, but I missed a land drop. This is bad. But yeah, we have to risk it with decks like these. He plays Packmates. I can just run amok. I'm running amok here. Yeah, there's no reason not to run amok. We're running amok. Other than that, I can just foretell the poison and then keep up Frostbite. It's an obvious run amok here. He's not. It's the smart thing to do would not be the block, but this is such a powerful card. Like, it's so stupid. Like, they can't even block it anymore. Yeah, they can't even block it. Run amok is such a stupid card. Watch this. Yeah, he's probably deciding whether or not he wants to lose it to run amok. Run amok is just such a dumb card. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose it to run amok, which is the correct play, I say. Therefore, I won't be more. I'll be more inclined to just foretell poison. I mean, I could just keep up poison the cup end of turn, not get my scribe. I do need to hit my land drops, so it's better to maybe just foretell it anyways. Not sure. I mean, yeah, the foretell is probably important because I need to hit my land drops. And the scry is pretty nice too. He can keep up his snow mana as well. So next turn I could just attack. And if I get another land, I can run amok in response. If he tries to make it indestructible, I just poison it. That's also a pretty neat trick too, and we can still go through with a lot of damage. I don't care about this. Probably has a bigger blocker. He'd rather sacrifice to run amok. Totally fine. Probably see a fight spell. Glittering Frost, that's reasonable. For more snow mana, okay. Alright, the extra black mana is pretty nice. Do I just poison this thing? Like, I can always do it in response to, like, an activation, right? I can always poison something else. I don't know. Let's just get in for 4. And say go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. Because he did miss his land drop. So he has 5 mana. Let's see if he has anything large that I want to kill. Maybe a fight spell. Fight spell would be pretty annoying. I guess if he fights... Yeah, I fucking hate how Frostbite wants... It would be nice if I had the extra power. So that's going to resolve. He's going to keep up snow mana to block. Probably is like a foretell card here. I don't care about this. I'll take 2. Because he can just give it indestructible. Yeah, he knows I have run amok. I think I can steal this game. But he should be keeping this back at least to maybe at least take some damage from run amok. But yeah, he's keeping on mana, so it's either a counterspell or something here. We'll see. Yeah, response. We just want to kill this. Now the question is, do we want to poison? I don't really think we have to. Like, it does help me scry. Yeah, I guess I will. It's mana efficient. Breakneck Berserker. Land. If I get land, I can make a 4/4. If I Breakneck Berserker, I can hit for 5. That's better, right? That's way better. He probably has a Lintworm, though. I have a feeling. But we can always, like, double run amok and kill him, right? So if he gains 9, like... I mean, Lintworm would be the worst thing here. Honestly. Bergstride, that's not too bad. So if I run amok here, that tramples over for 1. He could have, like, a stupid, another card. Let's think. So I can run amok. This is 5 powers, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Trample over. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Or is it? Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, we just want to run amok here, right? Do I want to run amok again? I think I do. Because we just want to put him down to 1, right? And then, like, once we We can even play the Helm, equip it if we have 6 mana, and then give a creature menace and kill him. So yeah, this is correct. This is the best line of play. I'm kind of light on mana too, so I do want to double run Amok to just do the extra point of damage. Yeah, so yes, red can run away in the set. Run Amok is a very good common. Don't sleep on it, guys. It's probably the second best red common now. Squash is kind of close because Squash has great synergy with like Giants and Shapeshifters in a more controlling deck, and you can pay it for 2 mana. But Run Amok is what make those red aggro decks like close to tier 1. I mean, it is tier 1, but close to the multicolor green bullshit in the set. But yeah, if you can't go 5 colors, just go 2 colors. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Like, the overcomplicating stuff is fun, but it's better to just stick with 2 colors. Two drop, no black, we're on the draw. It's not bad, like 2 Beserkers, Ravager on 4, maybe Run Amok. Black mana would be nice off the top, but we can always be lucky, so I'll keep this. Pulling Mulligan, and another good green deck. Green is really strong, so don't sleep on green. Probably just run out the Fearless Liberator, since if I get 3rd mana, I can potentially boast. I mean, I also have Run Amok, so... Run Amok will give you 4 toughness, so I should be able to survive most 3 toughness creatures he throws out if I decide to attack with it. And at the very least, I scare him. That's a good card. If he blocks, I think I just Run Amok, right? Our favorite card, Run Amok. I could also set up the Beserkers thing, where I just set up a bunch of creatures and have the Basalt Ravager out, because he could have, like, what, Frostbite here? Do I want to play around it? I mean, it's like we either win or lose here. I don't think developing board does much. Let's either concede or not. Let's see what he has here. He probably knows I have Run Amok, but at least I get him for 2 here. Okay, hopefully no Frostbite. Yeah, no Frostbite. I mean, he still drew a card, so I go down a card. I mean, it's not even that good for me, to be honest. Now I wish I had black, but you know, you can't disregard the amount of red we need in this deck too. Okay, that's potentially a problem, but we're just gonna send in our Breakneck Berserker here and attack for 3 off of the trade. $15 damage already. That's pretty good. I would like to get our Berserker out to snipe this Glade Warden. Glade Warden is a decent card. I don't hate it, but the fact is it does tap itself to put counters, so it's better off in the late game. In the early game, it's kind of bad. Because it does have to tap itself, and given that there's so much aggro in the set, you don't really want to, you don't really want to just, have a card that taps itself. Fearless Liberator, so opponent's also playing aggro cards. That's funny. I might have to poison this, so I might have to foretell this turn, play the Axguard Cavalry. If I attack her, he's going to block on the boast. It's not going to do much. He does get value from this stupid 2-1. But I think I need to foretell the poison. Alternatively, like, I could Ravager here, deal 1 here, attack for 3. Maybe that's the right play. I could also Dusk Wielder and Axguard and set up like a turn where I can do Ravager instead. Because this does trade for the 2-1 quite well. So maybe I can go that route. Maybe that route is better. Am I fine trading this 3-2? That's another question. I mean, trading here isn't too bad as well. I'll go for it. I do lose a Berserker though, but I think it's worth it here. I don't know. We'll see. But this is a value card. Yeah, I'm happy with this attack. Holy shit. I'm so happy because now I can just block with the Dusk Wielder here. He makes it 2-1 sure, but I get rid of it. He spends 3 mana. I'm actually blocking here because I don't care if he makes it 3-1, 2-1. I want him to spend his mana at this turn. He can also have Snakeskin Veil too, so I should be careful around that. I guess I can Dusk Wielder now and kill that. Hopefully it resolves. Yeah, we're targeting this for sure. That's sick. And then do I give this haste? No, I'd rather have him trade my 2-1 off. I mean, I'd rather just attack with these, right? Like, come on now. Yeah, I'd rather just attack with these, and you can trade your 2-1 for the 3-1 and take 2. This is way better. Yeah, that was sick. Like, after killing this, holy fuck. And then we still have poison. This turn was really sick. Holy shit. And then we can start boasting next turn. Foretell, boast, make a 2-1. This is annoying though. Black. Yeah. I think I have to attack and boast, right? Do I attack with the 4-2? It does trade here. I mean, I can just attack with this, right? That's better. He puts a token, I make another dude. It's not that bad. The trade here is also pretty sweet. And I still shit out of 2-1. So this is kind of like the good result. So this is a sign he could have something to trade with this 4-2 here. But now I can answer like any annoying lid worms he just drops on top of me. But yeah, his deck most likely will outvalue me in the late game, but the fact is I've been trading off quite valuably in this. I don't care about that. What's that going to do? That can double block my 4-2. So maybe I'm fine with the trade. It does answer it, so it's not that bad. Frostbite, that's pretty annoying. I don't really want to use poison on this. Reinforcements. Attack boast. I don't think that accomplishes anything. Just play this guy out. And I'll decide whether or not I want to kill this end of turn. Because I can get him for a shit ton of damage the following turn, but we'll see. It's just an annoying blocker for now, but it's not something I need to use poison with right now. Because it's not even a good attack. If I poison this, he just blocks here, I boast for 1. So pretty close matchup. I wish green creatures weren't so large though. Okay, this is... I could just fire one off to kill this. But again, I have so many I have so many better targets than the poison. Like, he could have a fight spell, so I think we just say go. And yeah, we just don't do anything here. Because if he has a fight spell, we can punish him. Let's say he has Arnie slays a troll. I think I'm fine having it resolve, and if he puts a counter onto a creature, I'd rather just kill that. Yeah, we're just playing a grindy game here. Cardor, that's sick. Cardor's sick. Hopefully he doesn't... I mean, if he enters the battlefield, it's still going to trigger the emblem. So he's basically forced to attack anyways. Even if he kills Cardor, he's forced to attack. So we can get a nice value block here. And then attack back for like 6, I mean. Yeah, he probably doesn't answer. I was hoping for this. But he still has attack. The emblem is coming in. So this is really nice. So Cardor basically saved our asses. The more greedy approach would have been, again, to poison the cup. Do I even block here? I mean, what's the worst, right? He used Snakeskin Veil, I kill it, response. I attack back, I boast. Squash. It's gonna die anyway, so there's no point in poisoning it. I can prevent 1 damage, sure. We attack back for 6. This is a lot of damage. And a helm, that's sick too. Yeah, this helm is just game over. And we want to keep the swamp to have poison and cup available. So now he's forced to like double block this thing. Yeah, the helm is sick. So again, guys, I know those snow decks are fine, but sometimes just keep the draft simple. Keep it simple. Like, there's nothing wrong with going 2 colors and, you know, and passing up a couple, maybe a few bombs or great uncommons, and just draft a nice 2-color deck sometimes. I mean, don't overcomplicate things. Like, I'm ranked 44 Mythic now. Like, holy shit. Just with an average black-red deck, it's not even that insane. Like, there's way better black-red decks with like with the 2 sagas, the rare saga, and then the other one, the Cardor's Vicious Return, and then Blood Sky Massacre. There's way better black-red decks than mine. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep this. Just need black mana for Cardor, and we can grow our Bloodline Pretender over time. Pretty sweet. And again, even though there's like some tribal payoffs in the set, the tribes are kind of like a sub-theme usually in other archetypes. Like in Green-Black, you rather just be in snow with a minor elf sub-theme. Black-Red, I mean, it's an aggro deck, of course. Beserkers are fine. And Black-White is more of like play your double spell or just play a bunch of flyers, but it's also just angels. I'm trading this thing off. Like, come on, I can't let that thing like just make a bunch of 1/1s. It's a trade down, but if he wants to boast and make a 1/1, totally fine. It doesn't really block that well, anyways. Yeah, we have to block this. I'm not letting this thing stick around. Yeah. Bloodline Pretender's better value because I can grow it. The Breakneck Berserker gets in for 3, but I think the value has to be here because like we're playing against another opposing aggro deck, and we might have to be the control player against this guy. It really depends, but it's better to just grow this guy and make this into a 3/3. And we're gonna lose to another white green go white deck like the first opponent we lose to. It's definitely possible as well. Okay, that's a good card. But making 4 1/1s isn't that amazing. I mean, I'm fine if he wants to trade the tokens, honestly. He doesn't get them back. He can only make 1 copy of this. I guess he makes an elf token the following turn. But this is not that exciting of a card either. 6 is a lot. Just need our black mana and our deck should be fine. Or another Berserker to grow this dude. I'm totally fine with a trade next turn too here. But this guy might have the nuts green white deck with Maha, Beserker Protector. This card would probably trade. He probably would trade Sculptor here. Okay, he's just gonna go wide, black mana, so we can force everyone to attack next turn. That's pretty sick. Let's just do that. I don't really see a reason to attack here when we can just get all these good trades. You could have Warhorn Blast too, so I should be careful. So let's say he has Warhorn Blast. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 power. So like, even if we do trade off some creatures, I guess that's still alright. I mean, if he has Warhorn Blast and he pumps one of the 1/1s, he still doesn't kill the Bloodline. So the Breakneck Berserker probably better off just, yeah, he doesn't have Warhorn. Otherwise, he wouldn't main phase this. Plow, it doesn't have haste, though. But he's forced to attack, so we can make all the good blocks. So I guess he's crewing to prevent the attack. Yeah, that's really smart. I can always respond to the Plow. How much mana do I have? Yeah, I guess I can't play Poison, but we'll definitely main phase this Dwarven Reinforcements here. And I think we're attacking, right? Yeah, we're definitely attacking here. You can trade here, but I still get to drain him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess he has 6 to accrue, but they're all tapped next turn, except 2 1/1s. I mean, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't attack here, honestly. Sure. I guess he'd rather have the 2 flyers, but we still attack for 10 and drain him, so this is really nice. And Carter is pretty sick too, because we can always block the tokens, or trade for the plow. The plow gains him 3 life, it's not that much. I mean, it's a good amount, but not that much. He's at 4, we get to drain him for 1, this is sick. Carter is really sick. And we're still at 20, so... And if he wants to plow here, like... He needs to tap all of his guys down, so it's a fun meme thing, but it usually doesn't pan out. Okay, that's annoying. If he has lifelink, I'm gonna fucking cry. Okay, it's just haste, no lifelink. So this guy's complete meme. He's 100% like memeing here. If he wants to meme and like tap all of his guys down and gain 3, that's totally fine. Because I do have poison to cut the clear path. He's probably forced to chump a 6/6. He's probably gonna chump here. I mean, that's on defense, right? We can just kill it, but I guess he can still crew it. Raven Wings, this guy's going all in. He's like complete meme status here. So he could crew in response to me killing this and make a Colossal Plow, but then he won't have enough blockers. I guess he can trade for my 6/6. If he wants to attack, I mean, he's not going to win. He's not going to kill me on the crackback. I mean, okay. I guess he has 3 mana now to use, but I guess I just get rid of a blocker. I could also just double block this thing. Is it worth it, though? It's pretty annoying. I get to put him down to 5. If not, what happens? I guess he hits me for 6. And then if I attack back next turn, if he blocks here, he gets drained for 2. So I don't think we block. He can re-equip the wings here, which I don't really care about that much either. So, okay, so if we poison here, what happens? He chomps. He still survives. He's most likely going to try to block here, right? And then chump here. Huh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Let's think. He's probably gonna chump here, right? We can kill this. Attack with fall. What happens? Chump. Falls to 4. He would need to plow again to survive. I think we have to kill this though. Main phase. Yeah, let's just get it main phase. Now we bomb both lands. That's pretty sweet. And I guess we just attack with ball. And he needs to chump here. So then he doesn't have enough power to like recruit a plow again. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough power. And by this way we just get rid of more creatures and put him down to 2. And we can say go. If he wants to crew an attack, he's gonna go to 5, but like you don't want to do that against a 6/6. That's pretty bad. I guess he could kill Bloodline, keep the 3/3 back as a first striker. That's also very annoying. So if we attack with fall next turn, the first strike will kill this first. He chomps. He trades a 2/1, but we still have another 2/1 coming in. I think we have to maybe do an all-out attack because like he can just crew and make a 6/3, or we need to find like a poison or like the frostbolt here. It's not a close match. I'm definitely ahead, but like he's definitely pretty far behind here. Okay. Dusk Wielder. I actually don't mind him crewing and attacking with this stupid plow. So if I attack with a 6/6, the plow is going to trade. I don't want that. If I attack with Vol, first strike's going to happen, so then I won't get the card or trigger. I mean, I guess I get 1 card or trigger. He just chomps and trades for both. I don't know if that's worth it, though. I mean, all he does is he have a 3/3 back on defense. I have no idea. Let's play Doom Scourge here. I mean, play this. I could just give him maybe one more turn, and hopefully he doesn't top anything good, and then I go for an all-out attack. I mean, if I attack all out, he first strikes here, right? And then I drain him for 1. He chomps, trades both. But then I just attack back, and then he's dead. So I think we attack with all here. He can. I guess he can crew double with the plow. Block here, but then he can't afford to crew. He has to respect this. Like, sure, he keeps the raptor, but like I just drain him with the dusk wielder the next turn afterwards. So yeah, he has to go for this block here. First strike happens, but this is still going to trigger. Yeah. This is still going to trigger and drain him for 1, so then I just attack with a dusk wielder next turn and he's dead. And I still have a 7/7 that's just going to keep crushing him over. Yeah. This still happens, like. I mean, these are decent trades, and then I just boast and kill him. Makes sense. And I can just keep chipping in with a 7/7. Yeah, this is correct. Rank 32 Mythic, not bad. Okay, just one more win. So yeah, just stick with 2 colors sometimes. You can steal games. And in this set, the red is really strong. Red aggro especially. So if you can't, again, do the whole multi-card green control stuff, just draft the aggro decks. It might even be more consistent drafting red aggro than it is doing the green snow stuff. Because the mana can be very awkward. It's kind of like Guilds of Ravnica, where you have a choice between Dimir and Boros as the best 2 guilds. Dimir is slightly more powerful, but is a lot less consistent compared to Boros, because Boros is just more aggressive, and the set, and there's a lot of powerful aggressive cards at common. Whereas Dimir, you still need to like find surveil payoffs, surveil enablers, and you're still trying to look to win the late game. So, like, sometimes, like, given how powerful Boros is in that set, Boros can still, even if you have, like, an insane Dimir deck, Boros can still just run you over, because they have more 2-drops, if they're able to just curve out consistently, and you're missing a land drop, and if you have still have a nuts Dimir deck, the Boros deck still has a higher like likelihood of winning, like. So I guess red aggro is kind of like Boros in this set, and the green multicolor snow decks are kind of like Dimir. So you kind of have to take a look at that. And then Izzet, of course, is solid 2. It's almost like it's the blue-red giants, of course, but in Guilds of Ravnica, Izzet was kind of like the middle ground too. Dusk Wielder on 1. I don't hate Pretender on 3. Yeah, I think we'll try this. As much as I like to get the trigger off the Bloodline Pretender, I feel like I'll want to boast next turn. Just name red here. And hopefully we don't flood here. But this is nice on turn 1. We'll just name red. Attack, boast. Yeah. 2 damage right away. Not bad. And we didn't even play a 2-drop yet. But I hate keeping up 1 mana to boast, because I just want to play my creatures. Yeah, like, I don't... Yeah, this... I mean, we have Run Amok next turn, so we can potentially Run Amok and still boast. Which is pretty insane. He probably won't block, though, because he knows about, but, like, he's going to take extra damage over time, so... Like, in these green decks, you're kind of forced to block. Iron Verdict. I feel like there's an Iron Verdict coming. So, do I even want to attack with the Bloodline Pretender? I guess I can double Run Amok to play around it, but then I won't have any blockers. I mean, I might as well, right? You have to attack. He's playing around Run Amok for sure, because, like, otherwise he would have used it before damage. But Yeah, wow, nothing? Okay, I'll take that. I'm hoping he just plays a large creature and I can just smash through and drain him and punch through. At 13 life at this stage is pretty good. Yeah, he had it. He played around it pretty nicely. Smart opponent. But we're flooding here, so this could just be over. And I think I need more black than red in this deck, so... Already at 11 life, too. This Duskwielder is doing work. Hopefully we can find playables. I'm definitely attacking and using a run amok here. Berserker is also sweet. Yeah, we just play Berserker. Cast red, play run amok. Yeah, we trample here. And then we boast. It's funny how we're playing Duskwielder, one of the worst cards to be playing in this set, and we still got so much like damage through. That's crazy. Opponent's stuck on lands too, I guess. But yeah, he's probably dead. Shieldmate? I think he's dead, right? If he blocks here, we just run amok and kill him. Like, we can also just run amok the Duskwielder. If I run amok, is there a 1-mana Trickster? Snakeskin Veil. Like, do I even care about this? It's fucking crazy how you can just do this and just kill them. It's fucking crazy. And we were flooding that game too. Oh my god. So Duskwielder sealed the final boss, and we're ranked 24 Mythic. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Just draft your red-black deck. And yeah, this is awesome. Definitely going to make it to my inventory. Rank 24 Mythic. This is really nice showing off. People are going to really gawk at this rank 24 Mythic, but it's still early in the month, and we got to Mythic pretty early, so we get a pretty nice ranking. So yeah, not bad. We went something like this. Let's make sure we didn't see shackles that much, but it made sense for this type of deck. Draugr Helm on 5. Poison the Cup. No Demon Bolts, nothing, but still a pretty solid black-red aggressive deck. 7-1, lost to a green-white go-wide guy that had a lot more creatures than us and was a lot more aggressive. So, yep. Let's claim our prize and pretend we're drafting another Kaldheim. So this is like my third 7-win video in a row. It's kind of crazy. Pack one, pick one. Yeah, we take Spirit here. There's an argument between Spirit and Packmate, pack one, pick one. Green is again the best color, but like I've stated, like sometimes you want to take the Boros deck over Dimir, and if you do end up in red-white, like Clear on Spirit's pretty insane. And white white is underrated in the set. White is a pretty good color in my opinion. White can definitely steal some games. It's only white is just bad against like board wipes, which there's a couple of in this set. So, I mean, Claret Spirit's very strong. This card's excellent. There's also Vengeful Reaper, which is also one of the very few black good uncommons. Puts a Flying Haste, Death Touch. That's a really good card, and you can foretell it onto. This card's very good. So definitely play this in your black aggressive decks or black mid-range decks to have an extra evasive threat. But Claret Spirit, definitely an overperformer as well. So that would be my pick out of this pack. In Search of Greatness is more like In Search of Mediocrity. The Scry one is decent in the late game. It's not the easiest to cast with double green, so it's not that amazing. But I mean, it's hard to really get going. Like, I mean, sometimes you get lucky. I mean, you have a 3-drop, you play a 4-drop for free. But in the late game, even if you're scrying one every turn, it's not super amazing. I don't know. I just don't think this card is that great. Doomscar Titan is the pick here. This card is kind of like a powerful finisher in the red aggressive decks. I would still play this in red-blue, but it's not as powerful as it is in red-black or red-white, where this card really shines. But it's still a giant berserker. Sometimes you just need a hasty giant to catch the your aggro opponents off guard in a blue-red Giants deck sometimes, and Doomscar Titan is powerful. And don't try to plow; it's not gonna work. That guy, that the game where the guy tried to plow me, it doesn't work. Demon Bolt over Bound, of course. Instant speed's better. Enchantments can be disrupted. They can bounce the enchantment. They can exile it. Demon Bolt's instant speed. You can foretell it. Dealing 4 damage is insane. That's really powerful. And yeah, instant speed removal is great. Also, don't sleep on the Goldvein pick. This card is also a sleeper. It's pretty powerful. Best in the white aggressive decks with multiple battlefield raptors that you can equip this to. I don't like this in black-red as much because you don't have too many flyers. But in a deck with lots of cheap flyers, this card is very good. Like, holy shit, the amount of ramp you can get from this thing and the extra +1/+1 on the raptor that's first strike is pretty good. So don't sleep on Goldvein pick. Gates of Isfel, also probably the best spell land in my opinion. I mean, I guess there's also the blue-green one that can make copies, but this is a really nice one. Like, draw 2, gain 2. That's pretty powerful, but Demon Boat's the pick here. Tyrate Sanctum, only if it was a snowland, maybe I'd play it, but it's not, and also it's colorless, so it's kind of bad. And Bloodsky Berserker, I would happily play in a black-red Berserkers deck as well, or a white-black player double spell, whatever, but wouldn't take it over Demon Bolt. Usher versus Basalt Ravager. King Narfi's Betrayal is fine. I don't hate splashing this card. It's good. It's decent value in the late game because you can get 2 of the most powerful creatures from both graveyards back to the battlefield. So, does it go in the battlefield? No, it stays in exile and you still cast it. So it doesn't go onto the battlefield. Sorry. But it's a good value card, but I wouldn't first take it. It's almost just like 3 mana draw 2, almost. But I would Usher between Usher and Basalt Ravager. There's an argument for both. This card's insane in an aggressive white deck. Like on turn 1, just being able to activate this is insane. Ravager, I guess, fits in more archetypes, like best in blue-red. But as you can see from this draft, like it excelled in the black-red Beserkers deck. It's great in red-white because you can just name warriors or dwarves and you get a whole bunch of them. Basalt Ravager I feel is more flexible, and it's just a removal spell and a creature. Removal is always great and limited, so there's an argument for both. Usher is scary on turn 1 though in the white weenie decks, like very scary. So definitely don't sleep on this card. In the 16-land white aggro weenie deck, this card is insane, and it's very scary to see on turn 1. And you would happily trade it off. But maybe Ravager, because it's more flexible, but both cards are excellent. Yeah, this card's stupid bomb. Like, 2-drop that helps you scry for your land if you miss your land drop. Turn 5, like, end of turn, potentially draw 1 or 2 cards. And the thing is, it doesn't even put the cards into the graveyard, so it goes into bomb your library, so you don't even end up decking yourself if you miss on the Alrun choice of cards. But yeah, this card is nuts. So even again, if you don't have a lot of cards in your hand, like it'll just draw you cards. So this is a nutty card. Like you don't pass this card up. It's just an insane bomb. And blue is a strong color to set. So there's also squash in that pack too. I think I forgot what it was. Basalt Ravager. Ooh, blood. No. You don't take Basalt Ravager over blood. Blood is again not great in the black aggressive decks or black gold white elves, but this is a card worth splashing for. Like it's incredibly insane. You wipe the entire board and then you reanimate a creature. I mean, that's more game-breaking than just a nice, solid, like, kill with the Ravager and maybe potentially trading this off. This is a better tempo card if you're already in a red aggro deck, but this card's a complete blowout. Like, I'm not even sure if I would hate draft this pack 1, pick 1. Maybe I would. Like, maybe not with Ravager or, like, a Valkyrie, but this card is, yeah, this is a reason to be in a multicolor snow deck because of cards like this, which, again, there's a lot of ample fixing in this set. Usually you want to be, again, in green. You want to be in green to really leverage the snow. But I've seen, like, Grixis snow decks, like, just going completely, like, blue-black splash red or red-blue splash black or black-red splash blue. I rarely see black-red splash blue, actually. Black-red is more the aggro game plan, but yeah, mostly the Grixis colors can be kind of controlling, and you can maybe draft a nice control Grixis deck. But yeah, we're not taking Blood in the Snow over Basalt Ravager pack 1, pick 1. So yeah, there you have it. What rank am I at? rank 24, so I should be like a god, right? I should be able to like make it to GPs and become a pro gamer. No, I just got early. I just drafted pretty early during this month, and I started very early. That's the reason why I'm at 24. Eventually, this rank will go away. I will drop down. I'll be at like rank 100. I think Def C is like rank 3 right now, which is also a really prolific drafter. So he's at least higher than me. Gotta mention that as well. Shout out to Def C, excellent streamer and excellent Twitch streamer and drafter. But yeah, rank 24, not bad, and not much to say. But yeah, in the meantime, hope you guys enjoy this video and take care. Bye.